Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It's your boy Marvin. We're going to get straight into a video. The man, Ayub Qassim, speaks out. This was a few days ago, and Factual UK was actually texting him on the matter of what may have happened to Jay Slater. So I'm just going to go back on this story, and there's a few of the stories, including Mark Thomas. He has a say on things as well, just to say where this case is going.
Ever see Jay Slater? But I actually spoke to him on the DMs, and this is what was released, because I'm not sure if this interview is still going to happen. I said, how have you been dragged into the Jay Slater thing? You gave an interview to the investigator. It's weird, he's not even the police. The way the media have painted it, it looks weird, but you literally have given a comment every time in the situation, and the police have let you go for a reason. I'm thinking, surely. He said, bro, he's a mate of one of my mates. The media make it look like I grabbed some random guy off the road. He said, trust me, he's been to the police in that country and done 2 separate interviews and showed them the photos and videos on my phone collaborating with my statement. The media know what they're doing. He said they added an extra year to his age just to feed their narrative and making me look that extra weirder. I said, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be what people jump to because you was the last person to see him. He said, true bro, I shut my door and went back to sleep. He made a few phone calls and I haven't seen him since. So saying I was the last person to see him isn't really true, is it? I said, oh, I see. I just hope he's found. It's been so long. Not just you, everyone that knows him has been dragged into it. It's an unsolved case and the internet will go crazy. He said, trust me, they're all ripping into Lucy, but she was the first at my door knocking for him when she woke me up. Imagine. And this is Lucy, the girl that was the last person to speak to Jay Slater, explaining what happened.
I'd gone home from the NRG festival a little bit earlier than everybody else.
Look, the bottom line is that Ayub had told Factual that the score, what happened. Is he hiding anything? Would he incriminate himself with the past he's got? I don't think he would. I don't think he, and plus the police have already talked to them and said that they can go, the investigation's nothing to do with them. So we have to generally go by what the police have said. And we know that a lot of people have been contacting Ayub and what happened and what have you done with Jay at the end of the day. But the more this goes on and the more you hear, I just don't think he's anything to do with it. At the end of the day, Jay's gone off on his own. Whether it was something to do with the watch, I'm not 100% sure. And then Mafia were looking for him and that watch and caught up with him while he went off road. That could well be that's another incident because the watch seems to be brought up a hell of a lot.
Because I was tired, so I'd gone home alone back to my apartment, and then I woke up to a phone call at like 8:30 in the morning, around 8:30, from Jay saying that he'd gone up to the mountains, that his phone was on 1%, so it was like about to die. He didn't know where he was. He needed a drink. That he'd cut all his leg on like a cactus, and that he had no idea where we were. So I said to him, like, if you're ever going to listen to anything I'm going to say, like, you need to listen now. You need to go back to wherever you've just come from before your phone dies, and I'll come and pick you up from there. Like, you need.
I said to him, why did you end up speaking to the media? Obviously, you have nothing to hide, but was they just non-stop reaching out? Because a lot of people, if they're dragged into a case and painted negative by the media, they won't speak. He said, he comes to my door, laugh out loud. I said, who? The detective. He said, I've stopped speaking to him now, no Daily Mail. Detective I spoke to because he's doing it for the family, is the only reason, otherwise he would get air as well. I said, not gonna lie bro, when I covered this, I was thinking it was a bit sus they let you go. But you have been nothing but open to people and help, because he is speaking to everyone. He spoke to the media, the detective. He said, bro, trust me, I ain't no Robbie Weird D, laugh out loud. They can try and make me look like one as much as they want, but it will never work, lad. He's basically talking about the media dragging up his past and talking about how he's convicted for selling drugs, and they're trying to paint him in a negative light to make it more suspicious and him having something to do with Jay Slater.
This coming Monday will mark 4 weeks since Jay Slater went missing in Tenerife. Firstly, thank you to all of you who have made contact with information either via email or direct messaging on social media. All of those messages have been read and noted. Overwhelmingly, people have wanted to share their own theories or tell us about something they have seen on social media or read online. I can assure you that we are monitoring the social media platforms and Facebook groups, so there is no need to contact us regarding anything you've read or seen online. Amongst these many contacts, we have received valuable information that we've been able to turn into useful intelligence and evidence. I would urge again an appeal for anybody who had contact with Jay in the last 48 hours before his disappearance to please get in contact. We've now had the opportunity to speak with or obtain information from nearly all the people that we know in the hours and days leading up to his disappearance. However, there are still a few we've not yet spoken to, and I'd urge them to get in contact so that they can be ruled out of the investigation. Although
I don't know, it seems like to me that he's been told what to do now, because he's not as vocal as he once was. He seems a little bit more tight-lipped and has been told to say something. We've had TikTokers go there and threatened online to get out of the area, which makes you think it's more sinister than what you think. There's just been so many small incidents which myself and others can put their finger on in what's going on there. There are millions of stories out there now. Well, I wouldn't say millions, but there's 10, 20s at least different stories of what may have happened to Jay Slater. But the facts we do know. We have to go with facts. We can't just go with lies or what happened. I mean, these are factual. I do believe that the YouTuber did speak to Ayub and he did say these things. That's 100%. I do think Mark Thomas here is being tight-lipped, because I think he knows a lot more than what he's letting on. This story's going to go on, and I'm afraid, and it's sad to say that, I think this is going to go down the Madeline McCann road, where the body was never found, and we're still going to get conspiracies and stories, and that he was seen all over the place. Where is the facts? Give me some facts. Let's have some, light in shining armour to say, Jay was here, but there's no video evidence of him being spotted at all at the end of the day, which is sad. The only information we've got was on the morning he went missing, where he supposedly was talking to Lucy that morning before his phone battery died on him.
The people we have spoken to, we are aware that not everything they have told us will be the truth. There are a number of reasons for this, including their own involvement in criminal activity. However, it must also be said that some of Jay's closest friends have fully engaged with us and discussed things that could cause them to be unfairly judged by the public. On the morning of the 17th of June, on arrival back to the rental, Jay spoke to a number of different people on his phone, and they would describe him as very much awake and still buzzing. As a result of the information we've received, we now know that Jay took certain actions whilst at the rental because he was clearly worried about his own safety.
It just goes on and on and on, doesn't it, at the end of the day? Mark Thomas seems to be saying the same thing over and over and over again at the end of the day. And like I said, for some reason he's gone a bit tight-lipped at the end of the day, and things have gone quiet, and people have got their own perception of what may have happened. This is Lucy's interview. I know this was some days back now.
Well, it's actually even been longer than 72 hours now. It was 72 hours at 8:30 this morning, and obviously that's a long time to be going without food, without water, and I just think with the amount of time that's gone by, I feel like a little bit more could have been done on the authorities' part over here. But yeah, it's been awful. Honestly, I've never been so worried in my life. Like, it's just the unknown as well. Like, you don't know what's happened. You don't know where he's gone. Like, his last drop pin wasn't even on a road. Like, there's a reason he's gone off road. I think. Like, why has he not carried on the path? He's not a stupid boy. Do you know what I mean? Like, he would have stayed on the road. Like, it was at 8 a.m. as well. So, well, just after 8 a.m. So that's like the perfect time. It's not cold at night. It's not midday heat. So there's hikers, there's tourists, there's photographers. There's like people around. He's not stupid. He would know to stay on the road, and then he'd walk past someone and say, "Look, sorry, I'm lost. Like I understand there's like the language barrier with some people, but someone would have been able to speak English. He would have been able to communicate efficiently to let them know that he had no phone, he had no water, and he was stuck up here. Like, why has he gone off the road? Like, there's unanswered questions, and I feel like they're not. I feel like they are doing some things, but I feel like they could.
Look, it's just absolutely a nightmare in where to find the finish. I know a lot of people in my DMs are saying basically that they think he's dead, or he may have died at sea or fallen. I think 80% of me thinks that. 20% of me thinks it could be Sinisters because he haven't found his body. I think this is going to go on and on for a few weeks unless he's found in the next week or so at the end of the day. But the longer it goes on, it could be just like the Madeline McCann case, where a lot of people have their theories and stories of what happened, but we still don't know where her body is and what really happened. We've got theories. At the end of the day, maybe the parents were involved, and it was a sex ring, that take young children. But it's awful because you have to feel sorry for his mum and dad, to be honest with you. But I hope they find him soon. But I have to say, the longer it goes on, the longer you'll say, is this a case where he was never found? And one thing a lot of topics of conversations have come up on YouTube as well. There are a lot of people have gone missing on that island over the last few years. So it's not new to the police at the end of the day. So it makes me, the Spanish police, it makes you think that they might thought it was a kidnapping, or he was killed and buried, or drowned. At the end of the day, it just seems like they're used to it and they've already written it off. And it just seems like Jay's families and YouTubers who have gone in there have done magical work in trying to find Jay at the end of the day. I don't want to give up on him at the end of the day, but I am fearing the worst is because he's not been seen since the 17th of June, which is getting on for a month now. At the end of the day, and not a dicky bird. Yes, there's videos out there, people saying that, he's been seen, but how often in missing cases do we hear these stories of people being seen, but there's no hard factual evidence that they have? For God's sake, I hope Jay Slater is alive and he's hiding out somewhere, so his parents can sort of, give him a good talking to, and that he's alright at the end of the day. Is it something to do with the watch? Because the watch story has been brought up thousands of times, and that could be a link to something more sinister. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment, and if there's any updates on Jay Slater, then I'll let you know. Thank you very much. Or if anyone's got any more information or would like to leave a message, please do. Thank you very much. Take care, wherever you are in the world.